gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yí fún Ladoke. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yí fún Ladoke. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yí fún Ladoke. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yí fún Ladoke. Agbára wa kò rọra. Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola ti dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé tiwa ní ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola ti dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé tiwa ní ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Akintola ti dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé tiwa ní ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola ti dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé tiwa ní ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra.
Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola ti dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola ti dé oríire ti dé ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ.
Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rọra. Ladoke abịago, anyị jizi ife dị mma gaa maka Olisa bụ ike anyị. Chukwu bi n'igwe bụ ike anyị. Ifuru ife ọma erutaghị anyị aka. Nwanne m ka anyị gbolibe, kelee Chukwu. Nwanne m ka anyị gbolibezi, kelee Chukwu. Ama Igbo adịdị n'ọrụ ile ka mbukeshi albarkani na agwọrị. Bịa ọbụla aboki abụ ihe a. Aboki mere ebe a dịsi ekwa. Okay. Anyway, I don't have your time this time. Igbo ya azụ na-azụ adị.
Hello, we welcome you to the 74th inaugural lecture of Ladoke. Please, we want to appeal to you to stand as soon as the procession is coming in. When it is time, we will alert you to that fact. Thank you and God bless you all.
Akintola àtúntì dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé tiwa ní ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola àtúntì dé pẹ̀lú orin tuntun. Oríire ti dé tiwa ní ká máa gbádùn ní rẹpẹtẹ. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá.
Àwọn tí Ladoke àtúntì dé orí ká máa gbádùn ní. Àwọn tí Ladoke àtúntì dé oríire ti dé ká máa gbádùn ní.
Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ndị be anyị ana-abịago kwado ọzọ. Ladoke abịago, anyị jizi ife dị mma gaa. Maka Olisa bụ ike anyị o, Chukwu bi n'igwe bụ ike anyị o. Ifuru ife ọma erutaghị anyị aka. Nwanne m ka anyị golibe, kelee Chukwu. Nwanne m ka anyị golibezi o, kelee Chukwu. Ama Igbo akụkide n'ihe ọdụ ihe ka mbụkesha alụbarịkadị na-abụọrị bịa ọbụla aboki abụ ihe a aboki kere ebe a dịsi ekwa. Okay, anyway, I don't have your time this time. Igbo ya azụ na-azụ adị. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọlọ́run ló ṣe yìí fún wa. Agbára wa kò rárá. Ọba òkè lónìí rí oge fáàkùkọ tó lóge. Ẹ má lọ fòkìdán wẹ́kùn o, ẹ má lọ fòjó wa gbójó. Ọba òkè lónìí rí oge fáàkùkọ tó lóge. Ẹ má lọ fòkìdán wẹ́kùn o, ẹ má lọ fòjó wa gbójó. Àwọn tí Ladoke Akintola àtúntì dé oríire ti dé ká máa gbádùn ní.
Please let us stand for the academic procession. Let everybody stand for the academic procession.
This lovely Ladoke, you've kept a promise. Now we're singing, all dressed in splendor, as your promise again is kept. Oh, there is sweet rainbow, allure my feelings, make it so timeless. One race for zenith, we together began one day. You led me on as we come this far. just to win. You let me on as the race was made, there to be judged.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our only native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland.
Aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá. Ipò aṣíwájú l'Ẹlẹ́dùmarè fún wa nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe gírí. Ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ká fẹ́ pa wá mọ́ṣẹ́. Ká bára wa sọ̀rọ̀, ká sòdodo, ká ṣe ohun tó tọ́ tó dára. Nígbà gbogbo, níbi gbogbo, fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Onírẹ̀yìn lójú mi, onírẹ̀yìn onírẹ̀yìn nígbà tèmi, onírẹ̀yìn èmi aṣọ tó tọ́ tó dára. Nígbà gbogbo, níbi gbogbo, fún ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá, aṣíwájú ni wá.
Please, let's be seated. Once again, we welcome all of you to the 74th inaugural lecture of the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. This morning, you please permit me to call on the representative of the Register of the University, the Secretary to the Board of the College of Health Sciences, Mr. Paul Akinwumi Akabi, to invite the Vice Chancellor to read the citation of the lecturer and declare this event open.
Thank you. Yes. Respected dignitaries, please permit me to invite the Vice Chancellor of this great university, Professor Rasak Olatunde Kalilu, to the podium to read the citation of presenter of the 74th inaugural lecture, Professor TAOFIK ADEWALE, and declare the 74th inaugural lecture titled Revealing the Nation's Hidden Treasures Beyond the Niger Delta, Insight for molecular fingerprinting of art resources open. Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Citation of Professor TAOFIK ADEWALE ADEDOSU. TAOFIK ADEWALE was born on 27 May 1972 into the family of late Chief Rauf Adegboyega Adedosu of Adamasingba compound and Chief Mrs. Aminat Mojisola Adedosu of Alagogo compound, Oniyanrin, Ibadan, Oyo State. His formal education began at St. John's Anglican Primary School, Ihunbo, Ogun State, and Community Primary School, Ijokodo, Ibadan, between 1976 and 1982. He proceeded to the United Secondary School, Ijokodo, where he graduated as the best student in 1987. He continued his education at Olivet Baptist High School, Oyo, between 1988 and 1989, where he completed his advanced level studies. He thereafter attended Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, where he obtained a Bachelor of Technology degree in chemistry in 1997 as the best graduating student in chemistry. He later obtained his Master of Science degree in Organic Chemistry in 2001 and Doctor of Philosophy degree in Organic Geochemistry in 2009 from the University of Ibadan. TAOFIK ADEWALE ADEDOSU began his academic career in this university on 23rd February 1999 as a graduate assistant, rising through the ranks to become Professor of Organic Geochemistry on 1st October 2015. Over the years, he has served the university in several capacities, which include Examination Officer, Chairman, Ladoke Innovation Committee, Director of Ladoke Research Center for Research, Innovation and Discovery, and Director, Center for Research and Development. He currently serves as the Director, Center for Academic Linkages and International Affairs, and Chairman, University Ranking Advisory Committee. He is currently the pioneer head of Department of Chemistry on sabbatical appointment at Federal University of Agriculture and Technology, Okeo, Oyo State, Nigeria. An internationally exposed scholar, Professor Adedosu was a third World Academy of Science, Chinese Academy of Science, PhD scholar at the State K Laboratory of Gas Geochemistry, Institute of Geology and Geophysics, Lazhou, China, and later a postdoctoral scholar at State Key Laboratory of Organic Geochemistry, Institute of Geochemistry, Guangzhou, China. He has published over 75 scholarly articles, attended more than 70 conferences, and presented papers at over 35 conferences and workshops across Nigeria, Senegal, South Africa, China, Poland, Denmark, the Netherlands, and the United Arab Emirates. He has won several grants of high value. Professor ADEDOSU has supervised over 300 undergraduate students, 12 master degree students, and supervised 5 doctoral students. He is currently supervising 4 postgraduate students. His research interests span petroleum geochemistry, environmental geochemistry, renewable energy from biomass, eco-friendly remediation technologies, natural product chemistry, and product development. Furthermore, he has served as a visiting professor and professorial assessors, as well as external assessors to several universities from across different geopolitical zone, geographical zone in Nigeria and South Africa. He is a member of several professional bodies, which includes Chemical Society of Nigeria, American Chemical Society of Nigeria, Nigerian Association of Petroleum Explorationists, Nigerian Mining and Geoscience Society, American Society of Petroleum Geologists, European Association of Geoscientists and Engineers, and the Society of Organic Petrology. He is a fellow of the Chemical Society of Nigeria since 2019 and Innovation Fellow for aspiring inventors and researchers since 2024. Beyond academia, he has served in several capacities, which include being the president of Ladoke Muslim Graduates Association, among others. His hard work has yielded awards, which include the Tubiyele Prize for Best Graduating Chemistry Student in 1997, Ladoke Distinguished Alumni Award in 2019, and the Ladoke Alumni Award of Excellence in Academics and Innovation in 2025. A devout Muslim, he is happily married to Alima Omolola Adedosu, née Ogembe, and their union is blessed with wonderful children. Ladies and gentlemen, I hereby invite Professor TAOFIK ADEDOSU to deliver his inaugural lecture on behalf of the Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences, as I declare the 74th inaugural lecture of this university open.
Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Development, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and Innovation, the Registrar, the Bursar, the University Librarian, Provost of Colleges, Dean of Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences, Deans of other faculties, and Dean of the Postgraduate School, Professors and other members of Senate, Head of the Department of Pure and Applied Chemistry, and heads of other departments, acting dean of students, directors, and head of units, all other academic colleagues, and members of technical and non-teaching staff, my lords, spiritual and temporal, friends of the university, members of my family, nuclear and extended, distinguished students of chemistry, and esteemed invited guests, gentlemen of the press, greatest Ladokites, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I seek refuge in Allah against the accursed devil. I begin the delivery of this inaugural lecture in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. Allah, you are the omnipotent and the omnipresent, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. It is with much gratitude to the Almighty Allah that I'm here today before the distinguished audience from far and near to deliver the 74th inaugural lecture of this great citadel of learning, Ladoke, Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso. On behalf of Pure and Applied Sciences, 13th in the Faculty of Pure and Applied Sciences, and the 7th from the Department of the Pure and Applied Chemistry, coming 20 years after the first one was delivered by Professor Abbas Abiodun Olajire, on biomarker fingerprint analysis, antidote to pollutant generated from industrial waste. The sixth was delivered by Professor Muibat Labisi Bello on not just glance, rather explore unlocking the values of underutilized plant species for sustainable development. The details of others are presented in Table 1A. This occasion marks a historic milestone as it is the first inaugural lecture in the university to focus on organic geochemistry and natural product chemistry, delivered by the first professor of organic geochemistry and the first alumnus of pure and applied chemistry department, titled Revealing the Nation's Hidden Treasures Beyond the Niger Delta, Insights from the Molecular Fingerprinting of Earth Resources, which comes 10 years and 7 months after my appointment as Professor of Organic Geochemistry, a milestone made possible through the vision and unwavering support of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Razak Olatunde Kalilu, and his administration, to whom I remain profoundly indebted. My organic geochemistry journey. Vice Chancellor, sir, born into modern circumstances, yet grounded in discipline and integrity, I inherited from my father a reference for knowledge, and from my mother patience, resilience, and faith. My formal education began unusually early at 4. I accompanied my mother to school as an unregistered observer, and when I flawlessly recited the national anthem during assembly, I was enrolled immediately. An initiation defined not by paperwork but by preparedness. By 10, I entered secondary school, though small in stature and nicknamed Akonko. I graduated as 15 as library prefect and as the best student of my set. 2 years later, in 1991, I was admitted to Polytechnic Ibadan to study science laboratory technology. Then came the dividing moment. One afternoon, my late uncle, Mr. Said ADEDOSU, fondly known as Baba Nepa, arrived with a letter from our post office box. As he handed it to my father, something stirred within me. I knew before opening that it was a university admission letter. Even if it read University of Adamasingba, I was ready to accept. And there it was, admission to study pure and applied chemistry at Oyo State University of Science and Technology, OSUTE. Ogbomoso, the university had once mocked and chosen only as a third option to fulfill all righteousness. Two truths crystallized instantly. First, the very chemistry I had rejected at the University of Ibadan in 1987 reappeared 4 years later, this time as my destiny. Second, I had no idea that I would one day stand as a professor in the very institution I had once dismissed. Despite many challenges, I graduated with a 2-1 as one of the best in the university, second best in the pure and applied sciences, and the best chemistry student during 1997-98 session. My MSc journey started. I asked a close friend, Ogutola Shoyi, to purchase the MSc form for me. When I got the form, I saw the postgraduate handbook, and my eyes caught something almost hidden within the pages: organic geochemistry. The term caught my attention. What is this? What does it involve? Why does it sound different? I became deeply curious. It is a field where chemistry could interrogate art history, fossil fuels, bases, and sustainability. I applied. Eventually, I became the only student from our course allocated to the organic chemistry unit who chose organic geochemistry, and I was assigned to then Dr. O.O. Shonibare. At the time, he was the only active organic geochemist in Nigeria, following the retirement of Professor C.M. Ekweso. That singular decision marked the beginning of my foray into organic geochemistry. Consequently, I proceeded into organic geochemistry for my PhD under the joint supervision of Professor O. Ekundayo and Professor O. Shonibare. At a time when many students avoided organic geochemistry largely due to inadequate facilities and limited training infrastructure in the country. In 2006, I was awarded the prestigious Cartwright Fellowship worth $4,600, tenable at the State Laboratory of Organic Geochemistry, Institute of Geology and Geophysics, Lanzhou, China, from 2007 to 2008, under the supervision of the renowned petroleum geologist, Professor Jinkai Tu. I worked extensively on the petroleum potential of coal and shale in the Benue Trough, which culminated in my PhD thesis titled Aspects of Organic Geochemistry of Nigerian Coal as a Petroleum Source Rock, which I successfully defended at the University of Ibadan on May 21, 2009. My professional formation was further consolidated when I won a second Cartwright Fellowship to undertake a postdoctoral research worth of $30,000 at the State Laboratory of Organic Geochemistry, Guangzhou, Institute of Geochemistry, China, from 2012 to 2013, under the supervision of the distinguished organic geochemist, Professor Xiong Yongxin. There, I worked on petroleum potential of the Komani River 1 well, further deepening my expertise. Introduction. Vice Chancellor, sir, since the discovery of commercial oil at Oloibiri in 1956, the Niger Delta has remained the backbone of Nigerian economy, contributing about 75 to 80% of export earnings and nearly half of government revenue. However, dependence on petroleum has exposed the nation to economic vulnerability. While the global transition to cleaner energy highlights the need for diversification beyond the Delta, Nigerian inland basins, including the Benue Trough, Anambra Basin, Bida Basin, Sokoto Basin, Chad Basin, and Dahomey Basin, contain organic rich shales, coal seams, and thermally mature source rock capable of generating hydrocarbons. Geochemical studies have identified type 2 and 3 kerosene suitable for gas and oil generation. ADEDOSU 2009 to 2015. While the fecal formation of the Chad Basin has shown strong thermogenic potential, ADEDOSU 2018 to 2020. These findings confirm that Nigerian hydrocarbon wealth extend beyond the Niger Delta and complement its vast natural gas reserves. Global examples demonstrated how advanced molecular and geochemical analysis can unlock hidden resources and strengthen energy security. Beyond hydrocarbons, molecular signatures preserved in rocks, sediments, plants, and environmental samples provide valuable insights into organic matter origin, transformation, and environmental fate. Through molecular fingerprinting and advanced analytical tools such as GCMS, HPLC, IRMS, FTIR, SEMIDX, and XRD, chemists can trace pollutants, support environmental remediation, develop renewable energy from biomass, and discover bioactive compounds for industrial and pharmaceutical applications. It is within this context that the title of this inaugural lecture emerges, revealing the nation's hidden treasure beyond the Niger Delta, insights from the molecular fingerprinting of earth resources. This lecture traces my research journey across petroleum geochemistry, environmental monitoring and remediation, renewable energy from biomass, and natural product chemistry, demonstrating how molecular fingerprinting illuminates pathways for sustainable development and responsible stewardship of our natural heritage. Overview of Nigerian sedimentary basin. Vice Chancellor, sir, the scientific foundation for revealing Nigerian hidden hydrocarbon wealth beyond the Niger Delta lies in the understanding of nation's sedimentary basin, figure 1, and the carbon systems they preserve. Nigeria possesses one of the largest sedimentary basins in Sahara Africa, covering nearly 600,000 kilometers. These basins were formed during the early Cretaceous breakup of Gondwana. Solid mineral resources in Nigeria. Vice Chancellor, sir, beyond petroleum, Nigeria possesses enormous solid mineral resources distributed across its basement complex, sedimentary basins, and younger granite conferences, figure 2, table 1. These geological terrains hold strategic minerals including gold, iron ore, limestone, coal, bitumen, barite, lead zinc, columbite tantalite, gemstones, and rare metals, positioning the nation for industrial diversification and sustainable economic development. Although the sector currently contributes less than 1% of Nigeria GDP, its economic potential remains immense. Nigeria's soil mineral represent not only geological wealth but also a strategic pathway for reducing dependence on petroleum and advancing sustainable national development. My contribution to knowledge. Petroleum geochemistry. Vice Chancellor, sir, within the framework of revealing the nation's hidden treasures beyond the Niger Delta, petroleum geochemistry provides the molecular tools for uncovering hydrocarbon system preserved within Nigeria inland basins. Through integrated analysis, hydrocarbons and their substrates can be characterized in terms of organic richness, kerogen type, depositional environment, thermal maturity, and hydrocarbon generation potential. Consequently, petroleum geochemistry provides predictive framework for exploration. Importantly, recent discoveries in the Gongola Basin and Nasarawa region increasingly validate the molecular evidence generated from these investigations, reaffirming the strategic hydrocarbon potential of Nigerian inland basin. ADEDOSU 2013-2014. Contribution 1. Benue Trough and Anambra Basin. Vice Chancellor, sir, for decades, the Benue Trough and Anambra Basin were regarded as geochemically less prospective compared to the Niger Delta. However, our integrated molecular and economic geochemical investigation revealed a different reality. We demonstrated that the Mamu, Ogu, Ogugu formations possess significant hydrocarbon generating potential. Shonibare et al. 2008, ADEDOSU et al. 2009-2015. Biomarker distributions and aromatic figures, signatures, figure 3A to E revealed abundant organic matter deposited within fluvial deltaic to lacustrine environments. Stable carbon isotope profiles, figure 4, further established dominant terrestrial organic matter input with Oyama and Okaba coals showing particularly strong gas generating potential. The Ogu formation displayed mixed type 2-3 characteristics capable of generating both gas and modest quantity of liquid hydrocarbon. ADEDOSU et al. 2012-2014. Our investigations also demonstrated that the overlying Ajali sandstone possess excellent porosity and permeability characteristics, confirming the coexistence of effective substrate and viable reservoir system within the basin. Adeleye et al. 2023, Yusuf et al. 2023. Vice Chancellor, sir, perhaps the most compelling validation of this work came in January 2023 when the hydrocarbon deposits were officially announced in Nasarawa State within the Middle Benue Trough. Significantly, our earlier molecular and isotopic investigation had already identified the Lafayette Obi coals, poly shales, and shales as a friable petroleum substrate capable of hydrocarbon generation. ADEDOSU 2009, ADEDOSU et al. 2011, 2012, 2015 AB. The recent discovery not only confirmed the predictive strength of our geochemical studies, but also demonstrates the growing importance of Nigeria inland basin and in the nation's future energy landscape. Contribution 2. Kumari River 1 well. Vice Chancellor, sir, our study revealed that this well provides a rare opportunity to directly examine the subsurface petroleum system of Nigeria inland basin at depth. What makes this study particularly significant is the biomarker evidence at the molecular scale, which reveals clear fingerprints of ancient life. Maturity indicators show that most intervals remain immature to low maturity, but with clear progression with depth, suggesting that the system is still evolving and has not yet reached full generative capacity in all sections. Stable carbon isotope data, figure 5, further confirm a dominantly marine platonic contribution with depth-related shifts, reinforcing the interpretation of an active but developing petroleum system. ADEDOSU et al. 2013, 2014, 2020. Vice Chancellor, sir, what this study shows is that the Kumari River 1 well is not just a stratigraphic section. It is molecular evidence that hydrocarbon generation is real, active, and scientifically controlled within the Gongola Basin. It is strengthening the scientific basis for the defining Nigeria inland basin as emerging petroleum system rather than speculative frontiers. Contribution 3. Vice Chancellor, sir. Another important contribution of my work addresses a long-standing question. Does Nigerian portion of this inland basin truly possess active hydrocarbon generating systems? Although early exploration wells recorded gas shows suggesting petroleum activity, this basin remain largely unappreciated. To resolve this uncertainty, we undertook a detailed biomarker and aromatic hydrocarbon investigation of shale sequence within Fika Formation, particularly in the Tumawan well, Borno State, Figure 6. Our results revealed a clear and compelling geochemical story detailed in Figure 7A, in Figure 7A and 7B. The interpretation and grounded in our study, ADEDOSU and Ogbomoso 2018, ADEDOSU et al. 2021. Vice Chancellor, sir, the implication of this work is clear. This basin is not speculative. It is functioning. It contains not only substrate but active zone of hydrocarbon generation, providing strong evidence that Nigerian basin hold real exploitable petroleum systems. Contribution 4, Diamond Basin. Vice Chancellor, sir, my research also unlocked the energy potential of Nigerian bitumen deposits and associated frontier basin shales. Earlier in this work, we investigated the behavior of Nigerian bitumen under thermal conditions and demonstrated that it undergo systematic molecular breakdown and oxidation, confirming its potential as a strategic unconventional energy resource. Shonibare et al. 2003. Building on this, our more recent studies extended into the geochemical evaluation of associated shale sequences within this frontier basin. While both Cretaceous and tertiary units are dominated by terrestrial organic matter, the Cretaceous unit exhibits better hydrocarbon generating potential, whereas the tertiary shales reflect more oxidative conditions and poorer quality. Figure 8A. Thermal maturity indicators reveal that this formation are currently immature to marginally mature. But importantly, the Cretaceous interval also shows a clear pathway towards gas generation with minor oil potential as maturity increases. Figure 8B. The shale occur within the Agbabu, Araromi, and Benin formations, extending across parts of Lagos State, Ogun State, and Ondo State, suggesting that hydrocarbon generation in this region is not only possible but likely with increased barrier and thermal evolution. Shonibare et al. 2003, Amos et al. 2026. Vice Chancellor, sir, the contribution demonstrates that Nigerian bitumen bed is not merely a heavy oil occurrence. It is part of a broader evolving petroleum systems with both unconventional and conventional energy potential. Contribution 5, molecular innovation in the Niger Delta. Vice Chancellor, sir, why the Niger Delta, particularly the Agbada and Arakata formation, has long sustained Nigerian hydrocarbon production. The current challenge is no longer discovery, but how to extend the life of maturing and marginal fields. Our earlier work addressed this by introducing FTIR spectroscopy as a rapid tool for crude oil characterization. However, as reservoir evolve, traditional biomarkers begin to lose their diagnostic strength. To overcome this, we introduce for the first time diamond-dioid geochemistry into petroleum system analysis in Nigeria. This approach provided a breakthrough. We demonstrated that diamond-dioid compound remains stable at high thermal maturity and can be used to reconstruct hydrocarbon generation and cracking histories, even in deeply buried or altered reservoirs. Fan et al. 2013, ADEDOSU et al. 2017, Akintola et al. 2020. Moving from diagnosis to solution, we developed graphene ferrite quantum dot fluids for enhanced oil recovery. This fluid significantly improved oil displacement by reducing interfacial tension and altering reservoir wettability, leading to substantial increment recovery beyond conventional method. Aziz et al. 2025-2026. Vice Chancellor, sir, this contribution demonstrates a complete progression from molecular understanding to practical intervention, offering a pathway to revitalize declining reservoirs and sustain energy production in the Niger Delta. Contribution 6, solid mineral and critical element. Vice Chancellor, sir, another important direction of my research explores Nigerian hidden mineral wealth within its crystalline basement rocks. Our mineralogical and geochemical investigation of pegmatite in the common mining district, spanning Babaode and Igbojaye in Okeogun area, Oyo State, Nigeria, figure 9, reveals that these rocks are highly evolved mineral system capable of concentrating economically strategic elements. Detailed same EDS analysis, figure 10, revealed common pegmatite dominated by quartz, alkaline feldspar, biotite with ancestral minerals including tourmaline, garnet, beryl, rutile, and columbite tantalite, reflecting advanced magmatic differentiation capable of concentrating economic viable elements. Jimoh et al. An eco-friendly solution for remediation petroleum contaminated environment in the Niger Delta. Contribution 9, renewable energy from biomass. Vice Chancellor, sir, recognize transform into valuable fuels through biochemical and thermochemical processes, figure 18. One important aspect of this work involved the conversion of invasive aquatic biomass such as water lettuce into renewable fuels. Our study oil-rich fatty acid methyl esters essential for fuel quality and stability, figure 19 to 21, ADEWALE 2022-2024A. We further demonstrated that biomass from G-Menela possesses strong renewable energy potential. Its seeds yielded oil suitable for biodiesel production, while proximate and ultimate analysis confirmed solid fuel properties capable of producing high quality briquette as sustainable alternative to coal, figure 22. Beyond biodiesel, anaerobic digestion generated biogas with methane concentration exceeding 70%, highlighting its suitability for decentralized renewable energy systems, table 3. Our thermochemical investigation through slow pyrolysis further produced substantial quantity of bio-oil and biochar, figure 23. Molecular fingerprinting confirmed that the resulting bio-oil possesses petroleum-like characteristics, including diesel range hydrocarbon and stable biomarker distribution, figure 24 and 25, making it suitable for upgrading into green diesel and biojet fuel, ADEWALE 2026. At the same time, the biochar demonstrated dual role in both energy production and long-term carbon sequestration, figure 26 to 28. Vice Chancellor, sir, the institutional-based research grant project supported the benchwork of 2 MTech students and demonstrated our commitment to converting waste into wealth through molecular innovation. In the study, abundant plantain peels were transformed into a highly efficient heterogeneous catalyst for biodiesel production from Pachyra glabra seed oil, figure 29 to 30. Yekin et al. 2026A. Molecular profiling of Pachyra glabra seed oil showed a dominance of saturated fatty acid, particularly palmitic acid, alongside oleic acid, which improve oxidative stability and combustion efficiency. Yekin et al. 2026A. GSA fingerprinting confirmed the integrity of key fatty acid methyl esters and validated the oil suitability for trans esterification. The resulting biodiesel compared favorably with conventional diesel and met SCM G675 standard. Yekin et al. 2006B, figure 31B-C. Vice Chancellor, sir, this work demonstrates that material often regarded as waste can become strategic energy resources. Contribution 10, natural product chemistry. Vice Chancellor, sir, another major dimension of my research explores natural product chemistry, the discovery of bioactive compound for indigenous plant for application in medicine, industry, and sustainable national development, figure 32. Our studies on Lufa cylindrica and Momodica augustipella revealed rich physicochemical compositions at the ADEWALE 2020. Remarkably, extracts of Lufa cylindrica demonstrated inhibition zones comparable to conventional antibiotics under laboratory conditions. Our investigations into essential oil from Nigerian gold osmum santium and Hyptis sulfalons revealed powerful antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. GCMS characterization identified bioactive compound figure 35 and 36. Biological assays demonstrated antibacterial, antifungal activities compared to standard therapeutic agents. Aziz et al. 2024-2025. Vice Chancellor, sir, 7 compounds were isolated from non-volatile of acetylstrobilone, of which 14-O-acetylstrobilone is a novel compound and highly potent against cancer cells. Vice Chancellor, sir, the significance of this contribution lies in demonstrating that Nigerian biodiversity is far more than biological inheritance. It is a strategic molecular resource capable of supporting healthcare innovation, industrial diversification, and sustainable economic growth beyond petroleum. From classroom to community. Vice Chancellor, sir, beyond research lies a commitment I hold equally dear, translating science into community development aligned with SDG. We, ADEDOSU 2023-2024, have designed food precision tools can reduce spoilage, SDG 12, and improving food security and increasing smallholder farmers' income. We also embed the problem solving into our student culture, paired with real community challenges, fosters innovation. This approach gained institutional expression through Ladoke First Innovation Challenge in 2021 that was organized during my tenure as Director of Ladoke 2019 to 2023. And this accorded Ladoke a national recognition, second position in the tertiary institution category at the 2022 Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation Trade Fair, and our project subsequently won a grant of 1 million naira from the Presidential Standing Committee on Innovation and Invention. I've authored and co-authored key chemistry textbooks and book chapters covering basic chemistry and different aspects of organic geochemistry. I introduced organic undergraduate courses including fuel chemistry, basic elements of petroleum geochemistry, principle of applied geochemistry as part of 30% indigenous content aligned with CCMAS guidelines. I also introduced at postgraduate level environment, ecosystem and man, petroleum and environment, petroleum geochemistry, equipping students to tackle contemporary scientific and societal challenges. Since 2013, I have supervised over 300 undergraduate students and supervised 5 PhD students, spanning petroleum, environmental geochemistry, environmental remediation, renewable energy from biomass, and natural product chemistry. In addition, I contributed as a returning officer in Oyo State Local Government election and Southwest Coordinator of Sustainable Development Solution Network, Nigeria chapter. Internationally, I serve on the EAG Technical Committee. Through these combined efforts, mentorship, scholarship, curriculum development, community engagement, and leadership, my work has advanced Ladoke, strengthened community resilience, shaped national scientific priorities, and contributed internationally. Conclusion. Vice Chancellor, sir, today we have journeyed across Nigerian landscape, not merely as physical territories, but as molecular archives of Artidium treasures. From the Cretaceous rift of the Benue Trough and the post-Antonia Anambra Basin to the underexplored Chad and Dahomey basins, my investigations have revealed inland petroleum system long overlooked. Our geochemical fingerprints confirm that this basin holds substrate capable of generating oil and gas. Environmental geochemistry studies across Niger Delta and Nigerian inland basin establish baseline molecular signatures of hydrocarbon contamination, trace pollutant pathway through soil, water, sediment, and food system, and quantified associated carcinogenic and ecological risks for environmental and public health. Beyond contamination assessment, the study also guided the selection of effective remediation strategies for crude oil polluted sites. Innovative bioremediation strategies employ cow rumen waste and indigenous hydrocarbon degrading bacteria, achieved over 95% degradation of petroleum hydrocarbons and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons in control field application, transforming waste into ecological restoration. My research into renewable bioresources highlights the potential of contemporary biomass can be converted into biodiesel, biogas, bio-oil, and carbon-rich biochar, producing clean energy, sequestering carbon, and supporting decentralized energy solutions. Indigenous seed, medicinal plants, and botanical extracts from our study have revealed novel bioactive compounds with antimicrobial, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer potential. Recommendations. Vice Chancellor, sir, Ladoke should develop and implement a comprehensive research strategy aligned with global benchmarks and focused on international collaboration, research feasibility, and the attraction of world-class scholars. This vision should be reinforced by establishing a fully functional intellectual property and technology transfer office to protect innovations, promote patenting, and accelerate commercialization through structured industrial partnerships. The Oyo State government should partner with Ladoke to champion systematic geological mapping, geochemical characterization, and sustainable mining research in Okeogun area of the state and beyond. The federal government must create an enabling environment supported by sound policy, sustainable funding, and critical infrastructure to empower each geopolitical zone to develop its resource endowment. The federal government, through TED Fund, should establish a Ladoke Center of Excellence for interdisciplinary research and sustainability to drive cutting-edge, solution-oriented research in energy, environment, and sustainable development. Concurrently, Ladoke should be designated a priority institution for TED Fund-sponsored masters and PhD programs in recognition of a consent ranking as the best state university. Acknowledgement. All praises, glorification, and adoration belong to the Almighty Allah, the creator of the universe, the beginning and the last, the end and the ultimate source of energy, who teaches humanity what it knows not. Whatever it gives, no one can take away, and whatever he withholds, no one can bestow. Indeed, Allah, you are wonderful. I therefore return all glory to him for preserving my life. I pay heartfelt tribute to my parents, my late father, Chief Raouf Adeboyega ADEDOSU, Otunbale of Adamasimba, Okoro and Oketunu. He instilled in us a deep love for education. Today, that seed has blossomed into countless graduates, many from Ladoke and traveling globally. May Almighty Allah grant him a journey of Firdaus. My mother, Yatisha Edide, remains a pillar of strength and inspiration. I pray that Allah continues to preserve her in good health and long life. Today, they lay the moral of intellectual foundations and shape my life. Thank you, ma'am. I must specially acknowledge Alhaji Saka Aderemi Adedosu Edide, whose role in my life remain unforgettable. Today, the seed you sow has germinated and is bearing fruit. I pray that Almighty Allah continues to preserve you in good health to reap the reward of your labor and profoundly. I also extend my greeting to Iya Hafiz, Iya Monsuru, Iya Shina, Iya Iba Edide. I deeply appreciate my parents-in-law, Daddy Ganiyu Agbola Obembe of the Obembe family, Ilesha, and Mommy Ramita Obembe of the Oluya family, Iwo, Osun State. Mommy Edide. Some frequent senses in my life has been both reassuring and uplifting. Through their constant prayers, wise counsel, they have created an atmosphere of belonging and strength around me. More profoundly, they have embraced me, not merely as their daughter husband, but truly as their own son, an acceptance that has enriched my life in immeasurable ways, and for which I remain sincerely and eternally grateful. I'm deeply grateful to our esteemed, indefatigable, and amiable Vice Chancellor, Professor Razak Olatunde Ronkalilu, and the management team, Professor ATJ Ogunkunle, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Strategy and Development, Professor Dada Owararomi, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Development and Innovation, the Registrar, Mrs. Olayinka Obalogun, the Bursar, Mr. K. Olatokun, and the University Librarian, Professor Adefunke S. Ebijua. For the honor of delivering this lecture, I also appreciate Professor Jacob Babayemi, the Vice Chancellor, FUNATO. I cannot thank you enough. I also acknowledge with gratitude the successive Vice Chancellors, Professor Oke, Professor Salau, Professor T. Araji, Professor Adeleke, Professor Olarewaju Lasar. Is Baba here? Professor Sulaiman Badigashi, is he here? I also appreciate Professor Emo Ologunde and late Professor Majid Olaide Liasu. Finally, I express my sincere appreciation to the current Vice Chancellor, Professor Razak Ronkalilu, for appointing me as Pioneer Director of Research and Development, Director of the Center for Academic Linkage and International Affairs, and Chairman of the University Ranking Advisory Committee. I pray that Almighty Allah blesses you with long life, good health, and grace to reap the fruits of your labor. Thank you, sir. I thank my uncles, Alhaji Wahab Adedosu, Emo Edemosen Penyo, Mr. Wahab Alarape Afolabi, Daddy Demola, Engineer Muyi Afolabi, Bora Mojid Afolabi, Mr. Saka Afolabi, Moruf Adedosu, Idris Adedosu, Dekola Adedosu. I'm grateful to my aunt, to my iya, because he's the olórí of the home, Mama Ebode, Mama Edide. Mama Ejoko. I'm also grateful to Auntie Jamila for their love. I register my special appreciation to Mr. Yedun, Daddy Banji. Is he here? Stand up. Who related with me, not merely as an in-law, but with the warm closeness and genuine concern of a true sibling. His kindness was provided complemented by his dear wife, my beloved aunt, Mrs. Yabo Ayedu. Whose unfailing support proved infallible at a critical stage of my academic journey. Today, they did not only secure my industrial training placement, but also graciously accommodated me throughout the period, providing a stable and nurturing environment for allowed me to focus and succeed. Your generosity, sacrifices, and love will never be forgotten. I pray that you will never lack any good thing in your life. Bọ̀dá Fatai, dáàdi àìbáwọ̀tán yìí, ẹ dìde. I appreciate you for what you done for me. I remember when I want to bind my final year project, it came to my rescue and he made sure that I did not miss the final defense. Thank you, sir. May God bless you. I also appreciate all my siblings and their spouses, Mr. and Mrs. Gafar Adedosu, Emodideo, Akim Adedosu, Fatola, Mr. Fatola Edideo, Chief Accountant. So I also appreciate Monsuru Adedosu, Musima Adedosu, Bashir Adedosu, Kadija Adedosu, and everyone. I'm using this opportunity to thank all Ramoni and all Adamasba family, led by Ramoni Adio, and also Alhaji Wahab Adedosu, Alhaji Wahab ADEDOSU, he did something for me. He was the first one to collect, to purchase form for me, GC, at class 4. And also, he collected NDA form for me because he was working with military governor then. So, he thought that if you're a military head of state, you will make it. Gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ Adamasingba ẹ dìde for recognition. I thank you all. I also thank Honorable Opanike, Daddy Joshua, and the student representative from Balogun Omedejo compound, Oshupa, Ogbomoso. Present at this inaugural lecture, I sincerely appreciate your presence in honor of your shared heritage. I pay homage to the illustrious Balogun Ibigunle dynasty, Ayeye in Ibadan. A lineage of valor in our land. Our forefather followed Balogun Ibigunle from Ogbomoso to Ibadan as one of the 7 warrior lineages. And we remain deeply rooted in this noble heritage. I also use this medium to thank my Quranic teacher, Brother Shola. To my in-laws, Olori Ebi Ahmed Obembe is watching us live from London. Mr. TAOFIK Obebe Firo Omojomolo, Mrs. Tawakat Apatira, Mr. Kolayayi, Engineer Rauf Obembe is also watching us live from Canada. Alhaji Slivat Akelade, Mami Ilesha, Alhaji Lukman Obembe Mupaf, President of Mupaf, Agbafa, Mrs. Agwe, Mami Eko, Mr. Akim Agwe, Mrs. Kudro Agwe, and entire Obembe Yayi Agwe family, I say thank you all. I remain profoundly indebted to my honorary supervisor, Professor Iti Adele Edide, whose mentorship transcended confidential supervision and embodied true fatherhood. Sir, your kindness remains one of the defining pillars of my academic journey, and I pray that Almighty Allah continues to bless and reward you abundantly. I am also grateful to Professor Oshonibare Edide. Despite his tight schedule, is the immediate past day, and also the current HOD. They have an inaugural lecture in UI today, but he has to come to honor his first son. Your insistence on excellence, depth, and scientific precision are not only shaped my academic orientation, but also ignited a lifelong passion and also defined my career trajectory. This academic journey was roughly defined at the doctoral level under the supervision of Professor Olusegun Ekundayo and Professor Nibare. Thank you all for what you have done for me, sir. I appreciate all my teachers from UI and OAU. Also, I appreciate all the teaching staff members of the Department of Pure Water is Life according to Ebijua 2020. Thank you, sir. All the teaching staff members of the Department of Pure and Biochemistry, ably led by OS Amuda, and all others are greatly appreciated. Vice Chancellor, sir, permit me to conclude this acknowledgement by paying tribute to someone who is exceedingly special to me, my heart. My darling, my sweetheart, my lovely soulmate, and the love of my life, Queen Alima. What are insufficient to fully express my gratitude to you for standing by me through thick and thin, through seasons of abundance and want, through moments of joy and sadness, and through times of success and failure. Faithfully upholding our marriage vows with unwavering devotion. You are the prayer warrior of this family and the multiplier of love within our home. Steadfastly holding the home front during my absences, occasionally my further study, research, professional engagement, religious study, and other responsibility. I thank you deeply for believing in me, even even in moments when I doubted myself. I remain profoundly grateful for your patience, endurance, and tolerance. If you don't know, we wrote this inaugural lecture together. May Allah grant you all your heart desires. My love, I reaffirm now and always, and I will always love you endlessly. Your lovely and adorable children, Engineer Aliyah, Dr. Atiya, and Amir, I say heartfelt thanks for your love, affection, and mutual sacrifices. I pray that Almighty Allah will preserve our life, granting more characteristics. At this moment, I also remember our daughter, Amira ADEDOSU, whom they took away 12 months ago. We love you dearly, but Creator love you more. Forget your shock to me and grant your animal free doubt. Fire Chancellor, sir, permit me to sing this song. Àwa ṣọpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run ọba, àwa ṣọpẹ́ fún.
The Deputy Vice Chancellors, the Registrar, other principal officers, provosts of colleges, deans of faculties, deans of students, I hereby declare the 74th inaugural lecture of this university closed.
Special
Please, let's remain standing while the Vice Chancellor leads other dignitaries on the high table out of this hall. Let's remain standing as a mark of honor for the leadership of this university.
This lovely Ladoke, you've kept the promise. Now we're singing, all dressed in splendor, as your promise again is kept.